High noon, Jones and Keefe live from Gillette Stadium on WEEI. We're presented by McFarland Energy, the heating, cooling, and bioheat delivery pros that Eastern Mass and all of Cape Cod depend on. McFarlandEnergy.com. Patriots first team offense down here inside the 5, running a few different plays. You just heard Vrabel talking about Rhamondre Stevenson. He just scooted into the end zone. Little play action here from the Pats. Mac Hollins out of bounds.
Like
in the back of the end zone.
Out of bounds.
Yeah, like not even close.
His entire body was out of bounds.
Who was on coverage there? Jones? Marcus Jones?
Yep, Marcus Jones was.
Titan coverage.
And May might have gotten sacked on that anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point. He had to step up out of some
Yeah.
pressure. So, yeah, not the prettiest play there, despite the reaction you heard from the crowd. Hollins certainly out of bounds. I would connect Rhamondre Stevenson's fumble on Friday night, Keefe, to what we're seeing unfold here today on day 10 in pads. Should be a lighter day tomorrow. Joint practices on Wednesday, and then a preseason game on Friday against the Commanders. Travion Henderson has a monster day right after Stevenson put one on the ground on Friday. I would connect those two dots.
100%. And we know how Josh McDaniels likes to throw to the running back. There's been a lot of them over the history of the Patriots. And Henderson seems like out of the three guys, not that Gibson can't. I mean, Gibson was a college receiver for God's sakes. But Henderson just today has made a bunch of highlight reel plays. Drake May and him seem to have a pretty good connection. So that could only lead to more and more playing time.
May just tried Steph Diggs in the near side corner of the end zone here. They're coming in our direction.
Yeah, that's where the tree's in the way.
Yeah, he was definitely out of bounds, though. That was DJ James, whose name has popped up a lot, and Jabril Peppers.
Maybe keep it in bounds.
Tight coverage on – yeah, it's two pass plays out of bounds from the first-team offense here. Who is this? This is May with Pop and Booty. Who's off to the other side? Diggs?
Yep, Diggs.
That one deflected. Looked like he had Pop Douglas with a step. So first-team offense struggling down here at the 5, and now May's coming off the field, and Dobbs in the second unit going to come in. Anyway, to continue that thought, the biggest day for Henderson, and it's funny because we said halfway through practice, we're like, boy, stay tuned for joint practices, stay tuned for the preseason game. Maybe Henderson will start to flash. He had 2 touchdowns on wheel routes in the far side corner of the end zone. One where he probably caught it going in at the 2 or 3. The other he caught it in the corner of the end zone. Toe tap, great hands catch. He has flashed quite a bit today.
He had a really good run. Now, it's hard to gauge the running here because, there's no real break tackles. Guys will let up on defense once they get there. But there was one play to the left that it was blocked pretty well. He picked up a bunch of yards. So, yeah, he's been kind of rolling. And I look at more of almost as anything else, just reps. And he's getting a lot of reps. Just like it's a good sign for –
With May.
Yeah, right. Like Kayshon Boutte is getting a lot of reps with May. Like Kayshon Boutte, I don't think takes any – reps really with Dobbs. Every once in a while you might see, just because of all the receivers, they'll get them some work with the second unit, but for the most part it's like Chisholm, Baker, and Polk with Dobbs, and then the other guys are kind of rotating through with Drake May.
Well, and right now, and Chisholm's another name we said who hasn't flashed a lot. Chisholm had a great catch in the corner of the end zone going the other way too, so we called a couple of guys out.
Yeah.
And they've responded. But Mac Hollins is with Dobbs right now, and Hollins is getting a lot of work with May. The last time we saw them for a walkthrough, it was just a walkthrough on Thursday. But Hollins is out there. He's jogging off now.
But, do you remember the last rep? And obviously we're not seeing every single thing, but
who is it? This is Henderson with Dobbs, right? So Henderson's coming in with Dobbs now. The last rep, what? Sorry.
That Polk or Baker got with Drake May. I don't think Polk's ever been out there with Drake May.
Yeah, and if it's not much if he has been out there. So Henderson's on the field now. It's been a loud practice for him. And, again, I would connect it to Rhamondre Stevenson putting the ball on the ground on Friday night in a live scrimmage in the stadium. I think Dobbs would have been dragged down on that one. That would be a sack, but that was a catch in the end zone for the second unit offense. Who's
88? Michael Irvin.
Is that Jaheim Bell, maybe? 88 is Jaheim Bell.
Yeah.
Got that.
Getting a thumbs up in the back.
Diving in.
Yep.
So, no, I would say a good day for Henderson. First-team offense was not great down here for this drill, at least in their first set of reps. We'll see how it goes after that. Patriots did lose one player earlier today. Marcellus Dial carted off. Carlton Davis is out here briefly, even though Vrabel told us he probably wouldn't be out here.
Yeah, he didn't really do anything with the team, but he was out here in uniform.
He went through a few paces
with one of the coaches.
Getting into his back pedal with Marcus Jones and a coach.
Yep.
Is what he was doing earlier today. Vrabel told us not to expect him for joint practices and likely even the preseason game on Friday against the Commanders. I think it would say, that was, never mind, Baker had it, poked out.
That's another one that would have been a sack probably. Yep. But either way, Baker, that was just a drop. Not good, because he's been looking pretty good. Grading on a curve with the second unit, but he's made more plays than anybody else
earlier.
in the group.
Javon Baker's been the most noticeable guy in that second unit. I think we're going to get the first-team offense for one more chunk of plays down here.
Mac Hollins' undershirt
The red?
It's all ripped up. He looks like
is it?
He looks like an old wrestler or something going to the ring. Like it's all.
So I didn't notice that. It's red and it hangs way down. Is it all ripped up?
It looks like he's playing flag football. So basically, it's connected on the top.
You have those binocs, Keefe. So
I do.
Oh, you're right though. Here's Hollins with May, the first team offense.
Yeah, that shirt is hilarious. It's like what you'd see a wrestler wearing to the ring.
Oh yeah, it is
like the old Usos.
It is all ripped up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a run into nothing.
But I would say today, the first unit offense, at least when they've been down here by the goal line, has not made much happen, at least in that initial stint. We'll keep you up to speed on what's going on here today. And it's on the heels of on Friday, not just Stevenson putting the ball on the ground. Drake May had his first 2 picks of training camp. And you heard Vrabel talking about that. There's the good, the bad, and the crap that gets you beat. The turnovers are the crap that's going to get you beat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, bad day for the offense all around. Obviously, they split them up, right? So Drake May didn't have all of his receivers, and Josh Dobbs had whatever was picked over there by the coaching staff. But yeah, it was like 50% completions, I think it was for Drake May. 2 picks. Now,
I mean, he straight up lost to Josh Dobbs, which I don't need to put that much stock in.
Yeah, but the scoring's all wonky, so they might score more on defense. But either way,
I'd expect Drake May to blow out Josh. We watched Josh Dobbs. I would expect his team to destroy Josh Dobbs' team, and he lost.
But I think they got points for those picks. They got points for I think Rhamondre fumbled. So there was a weird scoring system. It wasn't just touchdowns and field goals. There's other ways to do it. But I get your point.
And the picks are bad plays by May. So I think those are directly given points to the defense.
Yeah, right. But those also could have been maybe Diggs could have caught one pass. Maybe Kyle Williams ran the wrong route.
That's
so
true.
It's
fair point.
They go down as interceptions, so nobody's going to do that for every quarterback in the league. But there might be ways that you could sort of talk it up. And you know what? Honestly, to spin it positive.
There's another out-of-bounds play, by the way. Made a booty. That was DJ James again.
James is nice.
He flashes a lot.
Yeah.
He flashes a lot.
And again, guys who flash a lot, not a flasher joke, but Caleb on Chasen, not out here today.
Oh, is he in absence today?
I don't think he's out there today.
Oh, I missed that.
So an easier job for the offensive line today because those guys are getting abused by him all camp.
This is a good point. I guess I meant when I was looking at
I don't think he was out
that's
there.
A name that I missed today.
I think he was
future Pro Bowler.
Yeah,
Caleb on Chasen. If he got every rep against Will Campbell in real life games, live games, yeah, you're right. An absentee.
He's not there, right? So
he's not out there. Correct.
Their job has been a little bit easier. A little 2-back set here.
Yeah, I don't know how many more reps out of May we're going to get here.
He's got this one
down inside the 10, but
nobody's open. He's doing some scramble.
Time. This is like the Tennessee play. It was Stevenson. He's out of bounds again. Every throw is out of bounds.
What is happening?
There's nowhere to throw. And remember, you could be like, the Patriots defense is supposed to be really good. Maybe. Caleb on Chasen, who's been kind of a star. Yeah. That was the last play for May, I would wager, is not out there. He's been a star of training camp anyway. I wouldn't expect much when the game starts. No Gonzo, no Davis. So you're going against DJ James?
Yeah, come on now.
Who was drafted by the Seahawks and cut. You're going against, who else is even? Alex Austin, Double A.
Yeah.
Not even Marcelo, exactly. And they're shutting down the first-team offense down here inside the 10. That's probably not a great sign for them.
No.
You said earlier, though, Keefe, as Dobbs gets out there with the second-team offense, you said earlier, out of all the turnovers on Friday, and there were a lot of them, inside the stadium for a scrimmage, you're far more concerned with the Stevenson fumble than anything from May.
Yeah, I expect young quarterbacks to throw picks. Obviously, hope that number comes down year over year. And we just sort of talked about maybe the explanations for the two, right? Like maybe Diggs should have caught it. Maybe Kyle Williams possibly ran the wrong route or whatever. There's a miscommunication those guys can kind of figure out. If you're a running back fumbling, you're just fumbling. And that was your biggest issue last year. 7 fumbles, which was more than any other non-quarterback in the NFL. You just couldn't rely on him. 2 years ago, Rhamondre Stevenson, in his second year in the league, 1,000-yard runner, ran for 5 yards to carry, and was a factor in the pass game. And you're like, all right, this guy's going to be something. The Patriots felt that way too. They signed him to a big extension. He's one of the higher-paid running backs in the league. And if he's dropping the ball, it wasn't even full contact either.
Nope, it's a good point.
So fumbling there, what is that going to mean for once the season gets going, once the joint practices on Wednesday, preseason game coming up? And if you can't rely on the guy, this is going to be one of those teams. Vrabel had the funny line earlier today about they can't take any excessive celebration penalties. We're not good enough
to cost ourselves 15
You're
yards.
certainly not good enough to be fumbling the ball around.
Nope.
And so for Rhamondre Stevenson, who had 7 fumbles last year, is back to that. You got to go to Henderson. You got to go to Gibson. You can't afford to have him out there.
And again, that would be the big story today is that Henderson had a monster day, on what's been, I think, a relatively quiet camp. Here's what I'd say about all the rookies. they have all had flash days, even Campbell.
Yeah.
And we've given Campbell a lot of flack. I don't think he's been super noticeable today, which I think is good. I think that means he's probably having one of his stronger days in full pads. And I think to his credit, and beat writer said this early in the process, he's been better in pads than out, right? Like when you saw him really struggling late last week, that was a day where they got out of the pads. So I think he's been more impactful those days. He's had flash days. Jared Wilson has had flash days. Kyle Williams, way back on day one, had the catch over Gonzo. You have Henderson, who right on cue is scooting into the end zone on a little pitch play from Dobbs. Like, this has been by far his most noticeable and best day.
Yeah.
And I would say about the rookie class, that's probably a good sign. I mean, they're not just invisible out there every day like last year's class. Although maybe that's unfair. Polk had some flash days last year.
I guess, but that soured pretty quickly. And then it was more them holding Drake May back, right? Because that should be your guy that you're focused on for the rookie class. No, but I would say, like, this year you have a chance for a number of impact players because they're at positions of need in a lot of cases. And the way they've looked so far, they're going to get the benefit of the doubt. Obviously, Will Campbell's your starting left tackle until something happens there. Henderson is going to get a lot of playing time. Now, whether he's a starter or not, whatever, he should be out there. Kyle Williams is definitely going to make the team and could possibly work in there. Like I think he's probably fifth on the depth chart.
I do too.
But he has that speed element where maybe you at least see him. Like, I don't know if he's going to be a healthy scratch.
And if you want to be fair, he was a mixed bag in the scrimmage on Friday. He had a miscommunication with May, but he also had a catch off a double pass, a trick play.
But also where you feel pretty good about it is you might have your starting left guard in Jared Wilson, your other third-round pick.
Yep.
So if you have two starting linemen, a running back who factors in, a wide receiver who factors in, we'll see Craig Woodson, the eraser, in the fourth round. Maybe he plays a little bit.
Yeah, Chisholm caught a touchdown over him in the one-on-one drills earlier.
Hopefully your kicker is the guy you drafted. So, like, suddenly you could have a lot of guys that are out there on the field from this class.
By the way, this is a longer practice. Henry just tried to one-hand one and dropped it. It looked like the throw was a little in front of him from May. I would have lost my wager. I said
he's back out there.
I would have wagered that last rep from May was going to be the last one. I would have lost that wager.
Where are they putting this ball? The 25?
Yeah, 25.
Okay.
So they've been inside the 10. They were at like the 5, and then it looked like the 8 for a few series of reps. Now they're out at the 25. So a little more room for the offense to operate. That was a tighter window throw that looked like May missed. Henry, you don't see drop a lot of those. He kind of had one hand out in front of him that it deflected off of. So right now,
you guys said this is Marcus Bryant, who's been getting a lot of right tackle snaps.
Yeah.
Morgan Moses was out there. Then they must just be managing him.
Well, they've been doing that all camp. But it's the first time we've seen Bryant out there.
A lot of Bryant at right tackle. So you have 3 rookies right now on the offensive line.
Yep. May taken off on a scramble. Probably would have been dragged down by Landry.
Or touchdown.
If that were, he might have been dragged down before it, but even taken off, Landry was right on his heels there as he was trying to scamper out. First team offense, they're moving this ball to the 15 now, Keith. Which
First
I guess
down run is what it sounds like to me.
I guess that's why you had him in the end zone. They marked him down at the 15. First team offense is doing squat right now.
Yeah, they're not doing much. I like Landry though. I've liked him so far in camp. He's a little bit smaller than I thought he was going to be, but like whatever. Like there's a lot of smaller pass rushers that have a lot of success in the league. But like I think, maybe it's just the number 2. Maybe he looks good, single digits coming from the outside there. But I like that signing more now than even at the time.
Okay, let's see what they do here. No, and I agree. Landry has. Him and Chasen have been making some plays. There's Diggs with a little out.
All right. Positive yards there.
5 yards.
Yeah, they're moving the ball, though, Jones. What are you going to do? Chip away at it.
They're scooting the way up. I would say the headline, again, is the first-team offense, and I like what I saw to Henderson in some of the one-on-one drills. He's been out here with Dobbs when they've been going through some of these actual full-team 11-on-11s.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
They've been stymied? Is that what you're saying?
Stymied is a good word.
The offense has been a little bit stymied.
And, again, I'll reiterate.
Kyle Williams out there now.
No Gonzo. No Carlton Davis. No Caleb Chasen out there.
Well,
so that's tough to be getting stymied on all of this. Let's see if him and Kyle Williams can get on the same page here.
Let's go. Drake May drops back, looks to his right. Kyle Williams deflected.
DJ James broke it up.
DJ James is a killer.
I'm telling you, James is everywhere.
DJ James is a nice player.
I don't know. Well, I don't know if he is or not, but he's nice. He's nice against this offense.
Well, so this is what we're going to see on Wednesday. Does he have some success against Jaden Daniels? Then we'll feel a lot better. If Jaden Daniels just mows down this defense, we're like, okay, maybe
that's a good point.
Feel as strong.
If Jaden Daniels is picking on DJ James, because he's your top corner right now.
It's all right.
Again, he was a 6th-round pick by Seattle. I didn't even know who he was. He was on the Patriots practice squad all last year.
Yeah, well, he learned a lot.
Gerard Mayo and Elliott Wolf should
him.
have got the guy on the field last year, for God's sakes.
They mismanaged the whole roster.
He was a Seattle Seahawks draft pick, 6th-round pick a year ago on the practice squad. He keeps making plays over and over again. Okay,
maybe a gain of 2, maybe to Rhamondre.
Maybe checking down to Rhamondre.
A little swing pass to Rhamondre.
Yeah, first-team offense not doing anything.
No, it's underwhelming.
Which is,
I mean, they are going up against the steel curtain, though, so you can sort of understand.
So this is this is a longer practice. I think tomorrow's going to be real light. Reese wrote about this earlier.
Probably
today. Tomorrow will be real light going into the joint practices on Wednesday. That's a day to have circled. Where if Drake May has he had a crummy scrimmage. I don't think they've had a good day today. I don't know what the numbers are going to say. I feel like there's probably some completions.
Yeah,
no, I don't think he's had a good day.
So now they're actually moving the ball and marking it where they move it to. Prior to that, when they were just lined up on the 5,
every play was out of the back of the end zone. Yeah.
Everybody's running out of bounds.
Yeah,
I didn't really get that.
And they just whistled something.
I don't know. Rabel called the whistle, but they're huddling back up.
Okay,
now.
so I don't know if they're going to move the football back there, but yeah, it has not been a good go for the first team offense. But I will say this: if they're out there joint practices, like you just said, Jaden Daniels on DJ James, if he's out there lighting up the Commanders,
you feel a lot better about
then
it.
I'll throw out the scrimmage and I'll throw out today. And there's been no turnovers today from Drake May, whether it's a fumble put on the ground like we've seen at training camp or the picks we saw in the stadium on Friday night in the scrimmage. There's been no turnovers, but it hasn't been good. But again, a long practice today. This is 4th down. See if they can punch it in here.
This is for all the marbles.
See if they can punch it in here,
guys.
Can they get a first down?
Let's make a play.
I think they can get a first down.
Okay, they can get a first.
Let's see if this one gets in the end zone. Drake just chucked that away. Ooh, Booty.
Oh, Booty with a great catch, but I don't know.
I think he's in. DJ James says he's out.
Are they saying he's in?
I think you're wrong.
For sure got 1 foot in.
I think you're wrong, DJ James.
Oh, he doesn't like it. He's saying no.
Yeah.
They're saying yes. I
thought May chucked that away.
No, Booty. I mean, you just throw it near that guy, he's going to pull it in.
I don't have the binocs like Keefe.
Yeah, I got him.
So I don't get. I
mean, it doesn't improve my eyesight. My eyesight's still bad. It's just I get a little bit closer.
My eyesight, as we've established, is poor. I think
that was a good catch, though.
I think Booty, he definitely caught it, and I think he got both feet in.
They put the replays up here anywhere? Where are they going to show that?
That's a good question.